Goals, big or small, can help guide you to the next stepping stone to your journey.
For real estate, we'll provide you with the knowledge, resources, and hands-on mentorship that will allow you to acquire financial intelligence and maximize your success as a real estate investor.
Setting goals can create a happier life. As humans, life is much more rewarding when we accomplish goals that we set, making us feel good as we value life differently. It gives us a sense of purpose and direction we want to work towards, including our future and overall happiness. Focusing on how we set our goals gives us a higher possibility of achieving them and makes us feel good about ourselves. We have compiled 9 tips about setting up goals. Number 9, set goals that motivate you. Set goals that relate to the highest priorities of your life. Without this type of focus, you can end up, with far too many goals, maybe leaving you little time to devote to each one. So achieving goals require commitment, and to maximize success, you need a sense of urgency. It's more like, I have to do this, I must do this kind of attitude. When you don't have this, you're risking putting off what you need to do to make that goal a reality. This in turn leaves you feeling disappointed and frustrated with yourself and can cause lack of confidence. So if you're not careful, you can end up in a very destructive, I can't do anything, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not smart enough, or I'm not successful enough, or it can leave you with that mentality and that frame of mind. So set goals that inspire you, that challenge you. If your problems are too small, well, get a bigger problem. I don't mean to actually create bigger problems, but create a bigger goal. Goals that really inspire you, that fuel you to expand, to grow. There's like a little fence, right? If your goal is a little fence, it's not gonna take a lot of your energy. So make sure that you can create higher obstacles so your goals are bigger. Also, number 8, make a choice. Think of something you want to do or work towards. Doesn't matter what, as long as it's something you want to do, ideally something you're experiencing, some sense of joy and you're interested or you feel excited about. It should be something you want to do for your own sake, not for something or someone else's sake. And this one is important because in life we always have people that, maybe it's your dad, your mom, your girlfriend, your sister. There's always people that want us to do things because maybe they didn't have an opportunity to do that. So make sure you're doing this for yourself. And this is extremely important. Don't do things for other people. You are the hero of your story. You're the one that has to wake up with yourself and do things every day. So do things that make you happy. Things that when you think about it, you just get that thing going inside. Not things that make you unhappy. Don't live a life that is not yours. Or don't live someone else's lives either. So if you do things in your life that you think you should quit, you're probably not good for you. You should actually quit. That this is why it's very important. There's no excuses for this. Your happiness is our number 1 priority. Number 7, start with one step. An ancient Chinese proverb says that the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one single step. Even if your goal isn't to walk about 1,000 miles, thinking about the first step on the way will actually help you to get started. Even if you don't know where to start, there's no excuse, right? Your first step could be to research how to do it on the internet, or think of people that you could ask. Maybe you can make a list of successful people. We all have done that, where we can actually reach out to them, or get a book on the subject from the library. And then think about, what is my second step? What is my third step? Number 6, break it down to smaller pieces. This is especially important for big goals. Think about, for smaller goals, there are steps on the way to achieving your bigger aim. So sometimes our goals are vague, like, I want to be healthier, or I want to be rich, or, I want to travel. Breaking this down helps us to be more specific. It's different to say I want to travel around the world than today I'm actually researching to go to Australia, or in a month I'm actually buying the ticket. So smaller goals might be maybe go as simple as go running regularly, even to be able to run around the park in 20 minutes without stopping. So make sure you write down your smaller goals and you try to set some dates to do those things. Having several smaller goals makes each of them a bit easier and also gives us a feeling of success along the way, which also makes us more likely to stay on track toward the bigger goals. Number 5, make a game plan. Have a game plan is extremely important. Think about a game plan as a map, like a treasure hunt, where actually what you have to do, what's the milestone that will lead you to the second and third that will actually lead you to the treasure. Sometimes people think about outcomes, but setting the steps and creating that game plan is key to success. And how do you do this, right? By writing out the individual steps and then crossing each one off as you complete it. And then you actually realize you'll be making a lot of progress. When I have to do things, what I like to do is, instead of thinking, okay, I have to do this, I think about, okay, let's look at myself in the future. Let's really visualize Joe in the future having accomplished this. And then you look back, you turn around and you look back and you see all the timelines, all the stepping stones that you have to do in order to achieve that. And then when you have all that breakdown, you just make the first step. Number 4, put it in writing. This is one of my favorite quotes from Tony Robbins. And he used to say, if you talk about it, it's a dream. If you envision it, it's possible, but if you schedule it, it's real. So put it in writing. That's very important. Writing down our goals increases our chance of sticking with them. Write down how you will reach your goal and when you would like to have it achieved. How would you like to achieve it? I always think about the why, what, how, when. So those, the 5 W's always gives a sense of destination as well. Ask yourself what it will look like and how will you feel when you've done it? How would that connect to who you are and the value of your life? And describe your goal in specific terms, like, I want to do this, and then I want to do that, and then you can actually assign it an emotion. When I'm done with this, I'll feel this. Number 3, share your goals. Telling someone we know about our goals also seems to increase the likelihood that we will stick to them. Why? Because when you actually manifest your thoughts into words, things do become real. For starters, you create accountability. You share it to people that you want to do something, and then you're not only attracting that, but you're also letting someone know, hey, I want you to hold me to account. And then people ask you, it's like, hey, you told me that a few months ago. How is that coming along? It's a great way to go through the BS as well. If you share your dreams and people tell you, hey, Joe, I think that's really too risky, or maybe you're not good enough, it might be a good time to start maybe keeping a little bit of distance with that person, especially if it's a friend. With family, it's different. We're always stuck to our family, and there's always ways to talk from heart to heart and enrolling our family in our dreams. Number 2, give yourself a deadline. Your goals must have a deadline. Deadlines are so important. Measurement is key. KPIs, right? Very important to know, okay, what's working, what's not working, how many calls I made today, or how many miles I ran today, or how much money I made today and I said I was gonna make. So that really creates a sense of urgency. And number 1, the most important one, stick with it. Remember, goal setting is an ongoing activity, not just a means to an end. It builds in reminders to keep yourself on track and make regular time slots available to review your goals. Your end destination may remain quite similar over the long term, but the action plan you set for yourself along the way might change significantly. In conclusion, goal setting is really important because it's the process of identifying something you want to accomplish and establishing measurable objectives and timeframes to help you achieve it. Goal setting can help you in any areas of your life, from achieving financial freedom, to adopting a healthy diet. When you learn how to set goals in one area of your life, it becomes easier to set them in other areas. Thank you so much for watching this video about creating goals. We're all about personal and financial growth and creating a strong framework to achieve success. And thank you again for watching this, and have a great day.